Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want to follow me when I'm not on YouTube, do me a big favor. Get down in the description box, click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link, and give me a follow on Instagram. Once you give me a follow on Instagram, then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me so that I can say thank you. Also, I want you to be very careful on Instagram. I will never slide into your DMs asking you guys to send me money to invest for you. I will never slide into your DMs telling you about some wonderful investment program that I have nothing to do with. Guys, if I don't talk about something on my YouTube channel, it doesn't exist. Everything I do from an investment standpoint, I talk about on the YouTube channel. I'm not going to slide into your DMs with some other concept that I've never talked about on my YouTube channel. So that's a dead giveaway. Impersonating scammers are out there on Instagram, in the comment section of the YouTube videos, on Facebook, on TikTok, on X. Anywhere I have a profile, since I'm a financial YouTuber, I talk about financial stuff. These people will clone my accounts and then they'll start DMing you with stupid stuff that I don't even talk about on my YouTube channel. Why would I come in your DM and tell you something that I don't talk about on my YouTube channel? It just doesn't make any sense. I'm never going to ask you for money, guys, through DMs. So if people come into your DMs with stupid stuff that don't make no sense, that I don't talk about on my YouTube channel, block them, report them, block them. I'm sorry. I'm getting so many of these emails and DMs from you guys. You know, it's too late to DM me after the fact when they've already tried to scam you or scammed you. The best thing to do is before you do anything through the internet, double check to make sure you got the right person. Number one, if they're asking you for money, you know that ain't me because I don't do that, right? Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's move on. www.richardfain.net. That's the website, my new website, okay? See, I talk about what's mine on my YouTube channel. My website my website address is the second link down in the description box. That's it. I don't have any other websites. The only website I have is www.richardfain.net. Second link. Okay? If you want to go check that out, I would certainly appreciate it. Over 200,000 of you guys have already done that just by me mentioning it over the last 3 months on my YouTube channel. I thank you. Thank you so much for the incredible outpour of attention that you guys have given the website. Thank you so much, and I appreciate that. A double thank you to the folks that have purchased digital products to help collapse time frames and get you to your pot of gold faster. That's the whole key, right? Nobody wants to wait 30 years anymore. Everybody wants to get there faster. And there is no reason in today's environment where you can't get there faster if you're willing to pay the price, if you're willing to pay the financial price. And for those folks that have went to the website and picked up those digital products to help them collapse time frames to get there faster, congratulations. Congratulations to you. You've made an investment in your financial future. You've made an investment in your financial freedom. A quadruple, a 3x thank you. I don't know what the right word I'm looking for. A triple thank you. That's what I'm looking for. A triple thank you to the folks that have joined the private mentorship club through my website. We have the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Guys, we've been doing this 3 months. And we got the fastest growing financial group on Patreon. Thank you to you guys who have joined the private mentorship club through my website. Now there's a join button and there's a membership button through the website, depending upon what device you use to access the website. But you can sign up and join the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Why not? You got to get yourself out of this matrix, man. You got to get yourself out of this crab in a bucket mentality matrix. They don't want you to build wealth in the matrix. Over here in the private mentorship club, that's all we talk about is building wealth. We just finished up a live stream last night for about an hour and a half, Q&A style, and it was lit, man. We had some great questions, which I then gave my 30 years of experience, not trying to be the expert, just passing experience, passing on my opinion. Ultimately, everybody over in the private mentorship club, they have their own identity, their own financial makeup. They all are trying to do different things when it comes to their wealth. But the thing we all have in common is we're chasing that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, because we understand if we want independence in our life, we got to have assets. Without assets that generate income to take care of you, you don't have any independence, guys. Whoever pays you, that's who you're dependent on. So if you're working for somebody and they paying you and that's how you're making your living, that's who you're dependent on. If you're working inside of your business and you have to be in that business in order to generate income, you're dependent on that business. We're trying to create independence where our assets do all the heavy lifting, not us. See, when your assets do all the heavy lifting and generate the income, that frees you up to go do things that you want to do, and you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay for it. That's why assets are so important to get you to your independence. If you don't have no assets, you don't have no independence. I don't care how much money they pay you over here. You can be living a great life. Take that income away for 2 or 3 months and see what happens to that great life. Don't get paid for 3 months. Don't get that check direct deposited for 3 months and see where you're at. See, that's not independence, guys. That's dependence, because you got to trade time for money for somebody to give you a check. That's dependence. You can take it how you want to take it, but it's dependence. And the goal is to get yourself off of dependence and become independent, but you only do that through assets. So get over to the website, www.richardfain.net, grab some of those digital products, and then make a commitment to yourself, make a commitment to your independence, and join that private mentorship club. And let us help you. Let us help you. We almost got 800 people over there now. All 800 of us in 3 months, fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Let us 800 strong help you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and get you some independence. Last thing, and then we're going to move on, get into these meat and potatoes. Guys, listen, the good folks at Moo, my self-directed brokerage app that I use, self-directed, right? That means I make all my decisions. Ain't nobody there to make decisions. I make my investment decisions. That's why it's called self-directed, because I make them, right? The good folks at Moo, man, have come up with an offer, a limited time offer. Check this offer out. Get yourself up to 20. Yep, no, you heard me right. You heard me right. You can get up to 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies, New York Stock Exchange, Chicago Stock Exchange, and the like. Public companies, up to 20 free stocks for just trying out the Moo brokerage app. First link down in the description box. Guys, I don't know. Listen, I don't care who you got a brokerage account with. Don't nobody turn down 20 free stocks of publicly traded companies. And those stocks can be valued anywhere from $2 to $2,000 a piece, 20 of them. Who turns that down just to try out a brokerage app? So here's how you qualify for the 20 free stocks. When you open your Moo account, if you decide, I'm gonna put $100 in my Moo account, that qualifies you for eight free stocks. No strings attached, 8 free stocks. All you gotta do, deposit your $100 in there within 30 days of opening the account. My recommendation is you put it in ASAP because you're trying to build wealth and you don't want to miss this opportunity I'm getting ready to tell you about to become a millionaire. So I wouldn't wait no 30 days. I'm going to open my Moo account and I'm going to put my money in right away. And if I got $1,000, don't put your last in there, guys. But if you got $1,000 and you can afford to put that $1,000 in there and start building wealth to get to your millionaire status, do it. Get the 20 free stocks. But if you can't, get the 8. Put your $100 in, boom, you get 8 free stocks. That's the qualifier. You put the $1,000 in, X out the 8, you're gonna get 20 free stocks. You put $1,000 in your new Moo brokerage account, you're gonna get 20 free stocks of publicly traded companies on American stock exchanges. I'm not talking about the mom and pop pizzeria stocks on the corner there, the private company. These are publicly traded companies. You have instantly improved your net worth with those 20 free stocks because they were given to you for free for just trying out the Moo brokerage app. You've improved your net worth with those 8 free stocks because they're free and they have a value associated with them. Guys, don't miss this opportunity to build wealth, man. Don't miss this opportunity to get yourself up to 20 free stocks for trying out the Moo brokerage app. First link down in the description box. Guys, don't miss this opportunity. Ain't nobody else out there on the internet or self-directed brokerage apps gonna give you 20 free stocks. Nobody. Oh, I bank with, my account is with Vanguard. My account is with Fidelity. My account is with TD Ameritrade. Go ahead, stay over there. I'm nobody telling you you gotta stop dealing with those folks, but maybe you already got something over there with them folks you doing that you want to keep separate from this new thing you want to do. Maybe you want to take advantage of some of these opportunities I'm going to talk about today, and you already got these ready to go over here with these other full service brokerage places, and you don't want to disrupt that. That's fine. Open a Moo brokerage account. You get dollar call. You get fractional share trading. You get automatic investing. You get automatic investing of your dividends. Plus, you're going to get up to 20 free stocks when you put some money in there within a 30-day time frame. Like I said, I wouldn't wait the 30 days because you're going to miss some opportunities. In my opinion, I would put the money in right away and get ready to rock and roll. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm sharing an opportunity with you. If you don't want the free stocks and you're not interested in it, fine, don't do it. But for those that are interested in increasing their net worth instantly, try it. I've been using it since January 2024, and it's amazing. Love it. Love it. Fractional share trading, that means if I got $500 to invest in my favorite company, which is Nvidia, that's my favorite individual stock. If I got $500 I want to invest in Nvidia, I want my whole $500 in there. You can do that through Moo because they got fractional share trading. Some of these other major full service brokerage companies don't offer fractional share trading, not unless it's their proprietary funds. They don't. You can only buy whole shares. So here's the deal. Do you want these up to 20 free stocks? If you do, click on that link down in the description box. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Listen, if you don't know how to use the Moo brokerage app, all you got to do is go to my website, www.richardfain.net, second link down in the description box. Go to my website. Send me an email through my website. Richard, I've opened my Moo account. I want to take advantage of the 8 free stocks. I'm going to take advantage of the 20 free stocks. Instantly build my net worth right off the rip. I'm getting net worth gain because I'm getting 20 free stocks or 8 free stocks for free. That's instantly builds your net worth, guys. If you got a 0 net worth, not anymore. You don't have a 0 net worth anymore because those companies are going to be worth something. They're going to be valued between $2 and $2,000 a piece. So you're going to instantly increase your net worth. And then you're going to ask me to send you those tutorial videos to teach you how to use the Moo brokerage app, which I will do ASAP. As soon as you send me the email through the website, I'm gonna respond with those two tutorial videos, walk you through fractional share trading and all the basics to use the Moo brokerage app. So that way instantly you're ready to rock and roll. And the good news is you can watch them over and over and over until you catch it. But it ain't that difficult. All you got to do is pay attention, watch it, and follow along on your phone, and you're good to go, right? Now, furthermore, for some of you guys that are brand spanking new and don't have no idea what the stock market is, no idea what you want to invest in, I'm going to send you my blueprints, 1.0, 2.0, telling you everything I'm buying and why I'm buying it. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't email me saying, well, Richard, tell me what to do. No, I can't tell you what to do. That's why I'm sending you my blueprints. Somebody send me a blueprint. I like the blueprint. I just copy it. I don't email them back and ask them what to do because I'm not a financial advisor, right? I don't do that. What I do is I tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and I show you the results of why I'm doing it. And then if you want to copy it, copy it. If you don't, no big deal. Go create your own. Some of us will create our own, and that's okay. I'm just trying to offer what I'm doing to people who are brand new. And if they're watching me on the YouTube channel and they trust me and they've been rocking with me and they know I'm a straight shooter, I'm not on here to try to lie to you guys. I'm not on here trying to play like I'm some YouTube financial advisor, because I'm not. I'm none of those things. I'm no financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I don't have a CFP. I don't get paid in real life to advise people who are richer than me what to do with their money. It ain't no knock on financial advisors, but in my experience, my net worth better than their net worth. So why are you going to invest my money when I make more money than you, when I got a bigger net worth than you? So all I'm telling you is, man, I don't have to be no financial advisor. Despite being one, I built my wealth anyways, and I'm continuing to right now. So all I'm telling you is you can do the same thing. Again, guys, you can go find a financial advisor if that's what you want. Please do what's best for you. I'm just trying to give you an opportunity so you can collapse time frames and get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. No guarantees. The stock market, money in the stock market could lose value. It could go to zero. Yeah, there's a risk. No risk, no reward, guys. It could go to zero. But what's the likelihood of that? It's a continuous bull market created by the 1%. History tells us it's more valuable now than it was when it started. So can it go to zero? Yeah. Right? Yeah, it could. Could I put my money in my local bank and it go to zero? With FDIC insurance, probably not. But the bank could still go to zero. Could I buy a piece of real estate and it go to zero? Probably. But the likelihood of that happening, not that good. So all I'm telling you guys, life is about taking calculated risks. And if you want to build wealth and get to a certain level in your life where you're independent and you can take care of yourself with your assets, you're going to have to take some risks. I don't care what these people tell you, who you go talk to. You're going to take some risk in this life. Or you stay conservative, never take any risks, and you get what you get. And if you're comfortable with that, do that. I'm only here to talk to people who are saying to themselves, my back is against the wall. I need to build some wealth. I'm willing to take on some risk and make some decisions to build that wealth. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to people who don't want to take any risk. Those people, keep your money in your money market account at the bank. Don't do any of this. Don't consider any of it. Don't open no Moo account. Don't do nothing. Just stay where you're at and you get the same results you've been getting. That's it. So you either make a decision, you want to take a risk, a calculated risk, be a big boy, big girl, take on the consequences if something happens. Listen to me, guys. I'm going to have 10,000 shares of Nvidia stock. And if it go to zero, I can't blame nobody but me. And I will take the blame and be okay and move on. Why? Because I'm not going to live my life afraid. I'm not going to live my life afraid and get caught up in the matrix and stay in this crab in a bucket mentality my whole life, because that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to be afraid because they can control you when you're afraid. They can control you. The only way you get outside of their control is you got to find something bigger in your life. Bigger means more to you than your fear. If you can't do that, don't mess around with this stock market thing. You got to find something in your life that's bigger than you than fear. You do. If you do that, you got an opportunity to win and win big. So get down in that description box if you want to. Take advantage of those 20 free stocks, up to 20 free stocks. You get 8 free stocks. If you put $100 in your account, you get 20 free stocks if you put $1,000 in your account. I don't know who in America will pass up that opportunity. If you do, hey man, more power to you. I ain't turning it down. I don't care if I got 12 brokerage accounts. I'm going to get them 20 free stocks. I'm going to get them because they value that something. They value that something. I don't know what they value that, but listen to me. It's 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies, guys, with a $2 to $2,000 value. I don't know what you get. You don't get to pick what you get. It's a random process. But let's take the worst case scenario. I put $1,000 in my new Moo brokerage account. I qualify for 20 free stocks. Let's say the free stocks are $2 a piece, and I got 20 of them. Now I just got $40. Now I got $1,040 in my brokerage account. $1,040 that now I can take and go buy whatever I want to buy. See, I put $1,000 to go buy more assets. They give me, worst case scenario, I'm going to get $40. What's the best case scenario? I don't even want to think about the best case scenario. And again, guys, this is just hypotheticals. I don't need no emails. Oh, I didn't get $2,000 for 20 stocks. I didn't say you're going to get $2,000. I said you could get up to. But let's say you did. Let's say you did. I don't know. That's an extra 40 grand. Now you got $41,000 in your brokerage. Listen, man, do what you feel like you need to do. I'm just giving you an opportunity to get yourself 20 free stocks. And then you can take that $1,000 and start investing on these opportunities I'm getting ready to talk about. Well, all right, guys, let's dive on into this thing. We got a lot to cover. So let's get going. So the whole idea here is to present opportunities that Richard Fain has uncovered. I don't know why I'm saying Richard Fain has, just me. I uncovered opportunities. That's what I do all day. See, I own 100% of my time. So I don't go to nobody's job. I don't go to no business that I don't want to go to. I don't have to do nothing I don't want to do because I'm independent. See, I'm no longer in the matrix where I'm dependent on going to a job. So I'm outside of the matrix. Now I control my own financial destiny. I control 100% of my time. I don't care what nobody tell you. This is my opinion now. You guys take it with a grain of salt. Anytime I hear somebody tell me, oh, I love going to work. I love it. I love giving 8, 10, 12 hours of my time to make somebody else wealthy. I love that. I got to look at that person and think, they really got them brainwashed. I mean, who in the world would love to give somebody 12 hours at a time to make them wealthy? And you basically get no wealth. You get a paycheck. I mean, I don't get that. I don't care how great you think you are. Those people will fire you if it benefits them. You do know that, right? I don't care what you think. Oh, they can never do it without me. I'm the best sales guy in the world. They can never do it. I run this office for them. These people will fire you, man. And ma'am, they will fire you. They got no allegiance to you. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. I control 100% of my time, so I get the opportunity to chase whatever I want to chase. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I get to chase opportunities to do what? Invest in things that multiply money while I'm sleeping. And that's what I do. I go look for these opportunities. And right now, the stock market is the best opportunity for me. Why? Because it's the easiest. I mean, real estate is great, but it takes work to get real estate, especially with interest rates at 7%. That takes a lot of work. You're going to put in a lot of work up front. And then it can turn into a semi-passive income once you get the work done. But you're going to put some work in. I don't want to do that. What I want to be able to do is find opportunities in the stock market, paper assets that I can push the button and I'm done, and watch it multiply itself without me doing anything else. So that's what I do all day. I look for opportunities. And obviously you guys know Nvidia has been an opportunity that I feel can really change the game for me in my financial life. And I think it can change the game for many others who want to pursue the opportunity. Everybody won't, and that's okay. But those that will, here's the opportunity. Here's where I'm coming with the $250 a share. Here's where I'm coming. And then we're going to roll into how I believe Nvidia can make me a multi-millionaire, and how I believe it potentially can help others based on its history. Let's see the history. What has this company done historically to create millionaires? Then you got to ask yourself, can it do that tomorrow and the day after? Since it historically done it, can it do it now and in the future? That's what we'll examine. But before we examine that, let's talk about this $250 share price, right? Nvidia will hit $6 trillion valuation by the end of the year as investors start to realize how cheap the stock is, hedge fund manager says. So what do I do here? I'm no expert, right? I'm not a CFP. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock analyst. I'm not professionally trained. People can say I don't have any experience, and that's fine. I don't have any of that. That's true. I don't got none of that. But I am a person that understands how to make money. And I understand how to copy the 1% and do what they do, because they're the ones that make all the money. They control 99% of the wealth in this country. The 99% control 1%. So who am I going to follow? The 99%, or do I follow the 1%? I'm going to follow the people who actually control all the wealth. So I ain't got to be no rocket scientist to know how to do that. I ain't got to have a 1200 SAT to do that. No, I don't. I just got to be able to execute. Look at an opportunity, copy the plan, execute. So that's what I do. So I go look at the plan. I say, okay, well, what are these Wall Street guys saying about Nvidia? Well, what's the consensus out there? Not everybody will agree with this, but there are people that do agree with this. And I tend to be on this side of the equation. I'm a what they call a optimist when it comes to my financial investments. I'm an optimist because I think it gives me the peace of mind that I need in order to be able to make these kind of moves if I'm optimistic. See, it's twice as much energy to be pessimistic than it is optimistic. I don't want to burn all my energy being pessimistic. It's bad karma. It infiltrates the filter system. Then it infiltrates your spirit. I ain't doing that. So I'd rather be optimistic. Less energy, happier. My temple is happier. My whole persona is happier, healthier. Keep my blood pressure where it need to be. I ain't got to worry about all this funny stuff happening to me because of all this stress in my life. You choose which one you want to go, but this is the path that I go down, right? So when I look online and I start looking at opportunities to multiply this net worth while I'm sleeping, of course, Nvidia has been one of the ones that has really brought me a lot of peace, because I believe in historical data. When the historical data points one way, that's an easy one for me. And the historical data for this company points towards what we're getting ready to talk about. I don't know if it'll happen at the end of this year. I don't know if it'll happen next year, but it's going to happen. That's my opinion, because why? I'm an optimistic investor. I'm not a pessimistic investor. It's a difference. I'm an optimistic investor. That doesn't mean it can't go to zero. It can't. But I'm willing to take the big boy risk so I can get the big boy reward. You got to make that decision, right? So here we go. Nvidia will hit a $6 trillion valuation by the end of the year as investors start to realize how cheap the stock is, hedge fund manager says, right? So here we go. Nvidia stock is set to continue its wild rally through the end of the year, according to the hedge fund manager Eric Jackson of EMJ Capital. Jackson expects Nvidia stock to hit $250 a share by the end of the year, representing an upside of 101% from current levels. Now, whether you believe that or not, that's on you. I can't tell you what to believe. what I can tell you is I'm optimistic that it'll get there. I'm optimistic it'll be over $200 a share, guys. That's what I'm optimistic. Will it get to 250? I'm optimistic, but I'm really, really, really optimistic about at least 200 a share. So that represents quite a bit of net worth gain from where it's at today. What is it currently trading at today? I don't know. I haven't looked at it because I don't really worry about it that much, because I know, in my opinion, being an optimistic investor, what's going to happen to the stock once 7/31/2024 hits and that second quarter earnings report gets ready to roll out. It's going to be a monster. You already got three, I think it's three big tech companies today, after the market closes, Google being one of them. They're coming out with their Q2 numbers. Let's see how the big boys do. I just think it's finna get ready to be a run. I don't know that for a fact, but I think it's getting ready to be a run, guys. Pay attention this afternoon, these earnings calls, and we'll talk about them in a second here. Right now, 123.25, that's where Nvidia is at. So you're thinking about, let's just say 120 to 200 a share to $250 a share. Guys, that's at $250 a share, that's more than 100% return right there. Just think about if you had money invested at this 120 and it went to 250, or it went to 220, or it went to 240, it went to 200, what that would do to your net worth, depending upon how much money you've invested. In my case, I'm gonna have 10,000 shares below 120. So you can tell what it's gonna do to mine immediately, even when it gets to 250, right? Even when it gets to 250, let's do the math. Because see, this is about me and what I'm trying to do to build my wealth. I'm just sharing my plan with you. This is not about you telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing and what I'm calculating my net worth gonna be, and that's healthy. Or there would be no need for to do all of this. I do this because I want to reaffirm and commit to myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. And in the process, you benefit because I'm telling you what I'm doing. Some of you will take that and do something with it. Some of you will do nothing with it. And that's okay, right? Because I'm only here to give my opinion and give my experience. That's it. But just think about it. Let's say I got 10,000 shares, right? And I divide those 10,000 shares by 120. So I got basically about 833K in the investment. Let's just say, hypothetically, that's what I got in the investment. Got these 10,000 shares, right? So that's $833,000 in the investment. Let's say these 10,000 shares go to $250 a share. That's $2.5 million bucks. Minus out the 833,000. So right there, if the stock goes to $250 a share this year, next year, don't matter, I'm gonna have a almost $1.67 million gain. Just like that. So that's the reason why I do what I do, guys, because I need my net worth to multiply itself exponentially. Now, why you invest, you got to figure that out. But why I invest is numbers like this. This is why I invest in a company like Nvidia, because of that right there, where I can take my hard-earned money, put it in something, and expect a great return based on history. This is what history says this stock has done. Not what some guy in a blue suit says. No, history says this, right? So that's where I'm hanging my hat when it comes to this stock, and that's where the 250 comes in. So let's keep moving here, and then we're gonna move on to the next piece of this. So Jackson expects Nvidia stock to hit 250 by the end of the year. That's how I create a multi-million-dollar status. Just like that, right? As soon as it hits the 250, I got almost $2 million gain. Just like that. That's how I create wealth, guys. That's why I'm an optimistic investor, but I do my history. I go look at my history. Why? Because I got time to do it. I own 100% of my time. I don't have to go to no job. So I get to sit down and go through the history. That's why I try to share that history with you guys, not as your financial advisor, but as a guy who says, listen, guys, I've done the work. This is what I think will happen. It doesn't mean it will happen. It's my opinion, but I've done some of the homework for you. You can go down the rabbit hole too, or you can take my work and expound on it and go make a decision, or go down the rabbit hole. That's up to you. I've been down the rabbit hole. I ain't go all the way down the rabbit hole, but I've been down there enough to know this company has done this before. So that's where I share the information with you guys on this YouTube channel. Such a rally, if it materializes, would value the AI chip company at a stunning $6 trillion. Nobody's ever done that before. No other company in the history of the world has even been a $4 trillion company. Now, you got 3 of them right now that are at $3 trillion. You got Apple, Microsoft, and Nvidia. They're the only 3 companies in the world who have a $3 trillion market cap. These guys could double their market cap by the end of the year, according to this expert. See, this is an expert. I'm not the expert. I'm giving you what an expert is saying, because I'm not one. That's the reason why I read this stuff to you guys. I go find these articles from these experts, and I give y'all what the experts say, but I then give y'all a little bit of my flavor, because that's my opinion. My flavor is my opinion, right? I get to have an opinion. I've already disclosed to you guys that I'm not a professional at this. I've already disclosed to you that don't make your financial decisions based on what I say. So you already know I'm not the expert, but I am a guy that knows how to make money. I am a guy that's been doing this for 30 years. And I've had more W's than I've had L's, right? So let's move on. And it's all because Nvidia stock is still cheap on a valuation basis, according to Jackson. He's saying it's possible for all this to happen because the stock price is cheap. I agree. You're talking about a $3 trillion company that's trading for $120 a share. I don't care if it's post-split, pre-split, it would be $1,200 a share. Post-split, it's $120. I don't care about any of that. It's still trading at $120 a share. I don't care about any of the rest of that stuff. Show me one other $3 trillion company that's trading at $120 a share. There ain't any. The other $3 trillion companies are trading at what? Apple is trading in the upper 2s. Microsoft is trading in the 4s. This company is trading in 120. Y'all trying to tell me that ain't on sale? Do you really think this company is going to stay at $120 a share when you got Microsoft trading over $400 a share? You got Apple trading over $200. Guys, come on, man. That's what I'm telling you. This is not rocket science. It's just not going to happen, in my opinion now. Again, I'm no expert. I'm just giving you my opinion, but think about it. Think about it. The 2 companies that are better valuations are trading much higher than this company. There we go. I think just like Jackson is saying here, the stock price is undervalued. That's my opinion. Over the last 5 years, Nvidia's average look-forward price earnings multiple has been 40 times. Jackson told CNBC on Tuesday. Yesterday, after this 2-day correction, it was 39 times forward price earnings. But there have been 3 times in the last 5 years where it has a look forward price earnings multiple of over 50x. And 2 times in the last 5 years where it's gotten just about to 70x. And then it pulled back. So we haven't seen that euphoria yet. Jackson is betting that as investors start to focus on Nvidia's earnings potential in 2025 and 2026, euphoria could drive Nvidia well above its average forward PE multiple and closer to its peak, which is 70 times. Yesterday, I said to you guys, A big part of the stock market is euphoria. A big part of it is euphoria and FOMO and optimism. That drives the stock market. Here's what I believe happens with Nvidia. As of 7/31/2024, Q2 is going to be in the rearview mirror. You already got Google and two other big name tech giants coming out today with their earnings. I don't know how well they'll do, but they're coming out today. Once 7/31/2024 ends, Q2 is in the rearview mirror for Nvidia. They will be coming out with their earnings report in August. I think August 1st, or whenever the next business day is in August, the first business day in August, I think you will start to see FOMO and optimism and euphoria start pushing the stock price up. I don't have any guarantee of that, but I'm telling you what my prediction is based on what Mr. Jackson is saying here. And based on what I know about the stock market and how it's fueled, euphoria, FOMO, fear of missing out, and optimism fuels. It's pouring gasoline on the fire. That's what's going to happen, in my opinion, with Nvidia. That's just my opinion. We'll have to see. But that's my guess. Jackson is betting that as investors start to focus on Nvidia's earnings potential in 25 and 26, euphoria could drive Nvidia well above its average forward PE multiple and closer to its peak. This is a high flyer, and expectations can reset on a bad earnings report. That's why it's critical for this stock to do well. They gotta earn. That's why I tell people, guys, if they don't miss earnings, if they kill earnings, this stock price going crazy. The only thing can derail Nvidia right now if they get bad earnings or if there's bad forward guidance. That's why it's so key that the Blackwell, which is in the hopper, and the Rubin, which is in the hopper for 26, be accepted favorably by the marketplace. And it seems as though right now, from early preliminary figures, that the Blackwell is being accepted fairly well, because that represents about $200 billion in revenue for Nvidia, because they got about 40,000 units of the Blackwell. It represents about $200 billion in revenue for them. So if they sell through those things, guys, in 25, there's no reason why they shouldn't be over 200 billion in revenue. Should be. So that's what I'm basing my decision on, right? That's what I'm basing my decision on. So this is a high flyer, and expectations can reset on bad earnings report, but they can also get equally overhyped on good news. And that's what I'm counting on. I'm counting on that good news coming, man, sometime in August. And boy, if that's good news, I'm gonna tell you, this stock price gonna go ballistic. It's gonna go ballistic. All my opinion. No fact. CEO didn't call me up and tell me that. Just my opinion. But I've seen this before. I've seen it before over the last 30 years, guys. I've seen this before. I can already feel the euphoria and people just, boy, that report comes out. Now, like you said, though, the opposite can happen if the report is bad. They miss expectations, the opposite can happen. It can tumble. There's no indication right now of that. They came off an incredibly strong first quarter where they beat expectations. There is rumors out there that they could beat revenue expectations in the second quarter by $2 billion. And if they do that, guys, I'm telling you, this thing is going to the moon. Now, I don't know if they'll do it, but that's what speculation is that I've been reading online, that there's some speculation that they're going to beat revenue by $2 billion. And if they beat revenue by $2 billion, guys, we already know what their profit margins are. Huge. Why? Because competition can't catch them. They got the best product. So profit margin is huge if they can get the sales. And if they can get 2 billion revenue above expectations, that tells you what type of profit they're gonna have. Because the profit is huge because they got the best product on the market. So they can demand it, right? Nobody can catch them right now. So all I'm telling you is this is what you got to start thinking about and looking forward to as we approach 731. As we approach 731, I think if there's going to be good news in August, it'll start leaking. And you'll start seeing euphoria pick up, FOMO pick up, optimism pick up, which will reflect in the stock price picking up. And at that point, if that stock price starts to go in early August, guys, you already know what's coming when that report come out. You already know. You already know. So that's what I'm hanging my hat on. And despite the fact the stock has had this enormous run, the euphoria hasn't yet caught up in terms of the go forward multiple, Jackson said. See, he's all about the go forward multiple. He's still saying, yes, this company has killed it, but you guys got to understand it's still a cheap stock price compared to others with smaller go forward multiples. You got other companies out there with smaller go forward multiples that are trading higher than Nvidia stock is. Shares of Nvidia have already soared 150% year to date, and the chip maker was briefly the most valuable company in the world at its peak with a market evaluation of 3.3. Right now, they're third. Now they're third. I think what's going to happen in the second half of this year as people start to see how well the Blackwell chips are selling. I just mentioned that to y'all. The Blackwell chip for 2025 is a game changer. That thing sells well, guys. There ain't no stopping these people because they're coming back in 26 with Rubin. Just saying. Just saying. You're talking about over the next 2 years, potentially $400 billion in revenue just off those two. Rubin, Blackwell, 400 billion. Just saying. So I'm optimistic. I'm enthusiastic. I believe my money is well placed. I believe I've done my homework. Doesn't mean no guarantees though. So I put on my big boy pants and I take the consequences. If I get hit on the chin and I get a 10 count, I just get a 10 count. I move forward. Life goes on. I'd rather live my life to the fullest and know that I've done everything I could to change the trajectory of my life than to sit back and 70, 75, 80 years old, hoping I would have done something different. I don't want to live my life that way. Now, I'm not going to live my life recklessly, but I'm going to live my life and make decisions and just live with the decisions that I've made. And if I do my homework and it's a sound decision, I'm going to make it. If the gut says, Richard, go for it, I'm doing it. I'm not going to let the programming from the 1% and the matrix keep me afraid and scared to build wealth all my life because I think I'm going to lose my 5,000, my 10,000, my 20,000, my 100. No, I'm going to live. I'm going to make moves to improve my financial position. I'm going to do sound research to the best of my ability, and then I'm going to make a decision based on that research. That's what I've done with Nvidia. You may disagree. That's okay. All I can tell you is you better find something. You better find something out here that's going to multiply money while you sleep. Because 150 Americans right now in the United States don't have no retirement savings. 150 million. So that tells me we got a problem. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out. You ain't got the 350 million people in this country. 50 million of them are kids. So out of 200 million adults, you got 150 million of them that got no retirement savings. So stay over here in the matrix, afraid and scared all your life if you want to. That's up to you. That's up to you. That's up to you. I think what's going on, I think what's going to happen in the second half of the year as people start to see how well the Blackwell chips are selling, how good the gross margins are on those, and start thinking about what's to come with the Rubin chips around the corner. I think we'll start to see that euphoria reflect a lofty go-forward price earnings multiple. And if that happens, this thing can go to 6 trillion market cap, Jackson said. Jackson added that Nvidia had a sizable lead over its competition and would take advantage of that for years to come. I told y'all that. I tell you that every day. Ain't nobody catching these people in the next 3 to 5 years. Nobody. Nobody. The only thing derails them is if the AI industry as a whole, big time investors, decided not to go that direction. That will hurt them. That's the only thing can hurt them, though. That's the only thing can hurt them. If Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, if those companies decide, you know something, we're going to put a pause on our AI platform infrastructure. We're going to put a pause on that, and we're going to redirect those dollars to just do something else. That's the only thing can derail these people. It's the only thing that can derail Nvidia, man. If those big companies decide they don't want to put the money into building out these AI infrastructure platforms, if they decide that, that's a blow. Not that there won't be a good company, they just won't be as large. But I don't think that happens in the next 3 to 5 years, guys. I think in the next 3 to 5 years, there is going to be a run to build out AI platforms at the highest level by the biggest companies in the world. They're going to do it. I read you guys something yesterday where it wasn't just companies, guys. You're talking about sovereign nations building out AI platforms. I'm talking about places like UAE, Japan. These people got so much money they don't know what to do with. Over in the UAE, Japan, very, very wealthy places who are willing to spend top dollar to build out AI platforms across their country. Money's no object. They can pay whatever they want to pay. These countries are loaded. You think about companies like Saudi Arabia. I don't know if that's a country or a place. I don't know what it is, but they're rich. The royal family, they're rich, wealthy. Trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. You think they won't pay $3 million for a Blackwell stack? Easy. Probably about 10,000 of them. Well, all I'm telling you guys is the only thing derails this company, in my opinion, is if people just, in companies and nations, just decide AI is not the direction they want to go. That's the only thing that derails them, which I don't see that happening over the next 3 to 5 years. Everybody is embracing the future. People no longer are shocked that you got a robot on the sidewalk of San Francisco, on the sidewalk of LA, delivering packages. People walk by them like it's a regular thing now. That tells me people are ready to embrace this new technology, guys. When Tesla introduced the autonomous driving, with you in the thing, right? The self-driving, whatever you want to call it. When they introduced that self-driving, where you could be sitting in there, let the steering wheel go and the car drive you, people were hesitant. Hell, now you got people that will get in the car with nobody in the front, and the thing ain't got nobody up there, and it's just driving itself. People willing to do that now. I'm telling you guys, more and more AI revolution is being accepted. And I think over the next 3 to 5 years, there's going to be trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars spent trying to get there first. And this company called Nvidia is in the catbird seat. They make the best chips in the world. More efficient, more powerful, do more things. And now, not only are they doing the hardware, which is the chips, they also do software that, guess what? If you want to know how to operate their chips and program them correctly, you got to buy the software from them. So now your engineers need the software in order to make the hardware work. Genius. Genius. Call that a full stack. Just saying, guys, you do whatever you got to do. I think it's an opportunity. And I know some of y'all are saying, you know something, man? There are a lot of other companies out there. You could be talking about other companies. What other stocks are out there? I don't care about any of them. I don't care about any of those other companies. They're not going to multiply my wealth like this company. I don't care about any of them. That's why I don't talk about them that much. I talk about what I believe is going to change something in my life. Now, if you want to go out there and find other companies and do the research on them and create your own YouTube channel, fine. Then you can talk about whoever you want to. I'm going to talk about what's going to change my life. I'm telling you guys, listen, I got SPLG, I got FTEC, I got the Mag 7, and I got this. And then I got a couple, 3 or 4 more that I'm going to buy over here in little small quantities. Nothing huge, right? But really, out of my whole portfolio, guys, listen, if Nvidia fails, I'm going to still be okay. I ain't going to have to sell my house. I ain't going to have to sell my cars. I'm going to still be able to take care of myself. But goodness gracious, man, if this thing hit like I think it will, it's just a game changer, man. It's just a game changer. So for me, that's the focus, right? And I want to tell everybody else about this opportunity. I can't guarantee you nothing. We all might lose all our money. We may. I don't know. But that's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm not going to live my life afraid. I don't know about you. I'm not going to live my life afraid. I'm going to live my life bold, in control, and progressing. That's it for me. So I believe for me, this is the opportunity. Are there other opportunities out there that you can track down? Yes, plenty of them. But I'm not going to cover them. You got to go find another YouTube channel for those. I'm not trying to be some guy on here talking about a different stock every day. No, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, and I'm going to talk about where I think the opportunity is, right? I'm going to still cover inflation. We're going to still cover interest rates. We're going to still cover the economy. But I'm also cover what I really feel passionate about that I think can make a change in my life. And I can think of this artificial intelligence revolution can change a lot of y'all's lives, guys. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. I think it can, if you take the right attitude towards it, right? Again, never put all your eggs in one basket, right? Always have your eggs spread out, but goodness gracious, I think this is an opportunity for us all to do very well. That's just my opinion. You guys have to figure that one out, but I'm just giving you my little 2 cents. Here we go. Jackson added that Nvidia had a sizable lead over its competition and would take advantage of that for years to come. Additionally, Jackson said that comparisons of Nvidia today to Cisco during the dot-com bubble were unfounded. Because you know a lot of people like to throw that out, right? This is not Cisco in the dot-com era. Back then, Cisco's go-forward PE multiple got to a peak of something like 136x. Again, we're below the mean for the last 5 years. So even though the stock has done so well, it's still relatively cheap compared to where it was trading in the past, Jackson said. Jackson isn't the only one on Wall Street who is still bullish on the stock, even when accounting for its massive run over the past year. Constellation Research and Rosenblatt have a $200 price target for Nvidia, while Bank of America recently reiterated a $150 target. So there we go, man. That's the $250 per share case study. Speculation, prediction, right? That's it right there. Now let's talk about this millionaire thing, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Let's talk about this millionaire thing. Successful investing often slow and steady. Successful investing is often slow and steady, but lightning strikes occasionally. Just ask investors in AI chip company Nvidia. A $10,000 investment made a decade ago would be worth over $2.6 million life-changing returns can come relatively quickly. I don't know, man. I don't know about y'all, but that's exciting for me. That's exciting. Could investing $10,000 in Nvidia make you a millionaire? You got to answer that question. I think we can make the case, put it this way. I can make the case it'll make me one. I don't know about you, but it'll make me one. I believe it will, and here's why. Investors are looking for more magic after the stock turned 10,000 into 2.6 million in just one decade. Successful investing is often slow and steady, but lightning strikes occasionally. Just ask investors in AI chip company Nvidia. A $10,000 investment made a decade ago, 10 years ago, would be worth about 2.6 million today. While rare, Nvidia's success shows that life-changing returns can come relatively quickly. The million-dollar question is whether investors can still get the same type of returns from Nvidia in the future. That's the question, right? After all, the rise of the artificial intelligence is seemingly in its early innings. I still keep telling y'all, man. I keep telling y'all this, that this AI thing is just starting. This ain't even the peak. This is like the baby stages of it. What do you think this thing gonna be in 20 years, 10 years, 15 years? I don't know where it'll be, guys, but I gotta believe it'll be bigger than it is right now. That's my opinion. The million-dollar question is whether investors can still get the same type of returns from Nvidia in the future. After all, the rise of the artificial intelligence is seemingly in its early stages. Nvidia enjoys a rare monopoly on the chips that power the massive data centers running AI models. While Nvidia's long-term outlook remains bright, the stock faces some obstacles in duplicating such massive returns. Here is what investors should realistically expect from the stock. The tricky thing about catching lightning in a bottle is that it's tough to do it again. A lot went right for Nvidia to generate the stock's massive returns just in a decade, which isn't very long in the grand scheme of investing. It's asking a lot to expect the same stock to go on another run like it. I can respect that. You want to get both sides of the story, guys. You don't want to just get stories that only praise the stock. You also want to get people that look at the stock and say, hey, I question if this thing can do it again. That's healthy debate. That's healthy conversation for investors to weigh both sides of this equation, right? And I'm glad there are people like that because it gives me a different perspective. Although I believe my perspective is clear, it can do it again. I love reading other perspectives, right? It just helps me get clarity, right? The company has grown to a market cap of roughly $3 trillion. Nvidia's trailing 12-month revenue is about $80 billion. A decade ago, Nvidia was a relatively obscure company that built graphics processing chips primarily for the gaming industry. Today, Nvidia is a household name on Wall Street. You can make the same case for Apple. You can make the same case for Microsoft. You can make the same case for Amazon. You can make the same case for Meta. All of them started as obscure startup companies that nobody really knew about or cared about until they just blew up. Now they're household names and make trillions and trillions of dollars. I don't know. That doesn't make it a bad thing because it started off as a startup, obscure company. All the rest of them did too. Last time I checked, a company didn't start up and automatically in 1 year go to $1 trillion valuation. Apple didn't do that. Microsoft didn't do that. Amazon didn't do it. Meta didn't do it. Alphabet didn't do it. Tesla didn't do it. So that's not a bother to me that this company started off small and obscure. All of them did. All of them started that way, right? The math behind turning $10,000 into $1 million. Investors need a 100-fold return to turn 10,000 into 1 million. Nvidia faces two significant obstacles here. First, at a roughly 3 trillion valuation, it's now virtually the largest company in the world. At a 3 trillion valuation, Nvidia is nearly as big as China's entire stock market. It's worth almost an eighth of the whole US economy. It's doubtful that Nvidia has the room to realistically achieve a valuation of 300 trillion in our lifetime. Well, they said the same thing about Microsoft. Not Microsoft, but Apple in 2010. Said the same thing about Apple. Apple was a $300 billion company at the time. 2010, they were a $3 billion company. In 2010, I'm sorry, a $300 billion company. They were a $300 billion company in 2010. Fast forward to 2014, they are a 3.4 trillion with a T company. I don't know, guys. I'm sure somebody said back in an article 10 years ago, 14 years ago, that Apple would never be a $1 trillion company. I'm pretty sure they said that. But they did it anyways. So all I'm telling you guys is, great. People can say what they want to say, but he don't know what Nvidia will end up being. He just doesn't know. He doesn't know, right? He just doesn't know. But it's good to see different of opinions, right? Nothing wrong with that. AI is a big deal and could add trillions to the economy over the years. However, Nvidia is only a piece of that growth. And the stock's 3 trillion valuation makes it clear that investors have priced a ton of that potential into today's stock price. You can see below how much Nvidia's market cap has outpaced its actual revenue. Great. This hasn't even touched on the potential risk of Nvidia losing its stranglehold on the AI chip market. While Nvidia has as much as 90% of the AI chip market today, it's unclear whether it can keep all of that share. Nvidia's biggest customers, big technology conglomerates like Microsoft, are developing custom chips to help power their data centers. Competitors like AMD will undoubtedly go after Nvidia. Great. But the last time I checked, Microsoft is not a chip maker. I don't know. Last time I checked, that was not their primary thing that they do with their company. Now, how do you go from doing something else as your primary thing to all of a sudden becoming a world leader in chip making? You don't. You don't. You don't. Not at the level Nvidia is. So this whole thing of, listen, man, if these people felt like they could make chips to compete with Nvidia, they would already be doing it. They would not be buying as trillions. They would not be buying trillions, billions of dollars worth of chips from Nvidia. Meta, Microsoft, all of them. They buy billions of dollars worth of chips from Nvidia. So if they were so good at it, why would they spend that money? Because they're not. That's not what they do. You can't just be a $3 trillion company that does something good over here, and then all of a sudden you're going to pivot, and now all of a sudden you're going to beat Nvidia in making chips. You just don't do that, guys. So great. Love the, keeping us on an even keel here and not getting too enthusiastic. I love that. I love the, hey, think about these things. But the whole Microsoft thing that they're going to make chips, Amazon going to make chips. Listen, man, Amazon sell crap online, man. That's what they do. And then they got a cloud service division. They don't make chips. I mean, you know what kind of R&D and how many years it takes to be able to do what Nvidia. Come on, man. That's not even a comparison. So every time they say that, I just laugh. Now, far as competitors like AMD, Intel, Broadcom, actual companies that are semiconductors and make chips, yes. Can they catch them? Can they take some market share? Absolutely. But this whole notion of Meta, Microsoft? Come on, man, stop. Please stop. Please stop. Now, AMD, yes. The other semiconductor companies out there that are coming, Broadcom, Intel, yes. Don't get me wrong, absolutely. They are putting the money in R&D, and at some point they grab market share. I just don't think they do it in the next 3 to 5 years. That's what I'm hanging my hat on. I'm thinking in the next 3 or 5 years, if this stock can get to where I think it can, I'm gonna make my money, and then I'm a golden parachute out of there. That's what I'm thinking, right? I'm not saying that Nvidia will lose its leadership in AI. I'm saying that lightning struck once, and it's hard to see it happening again. Great, thank you. Appreciate the commentary, but I think it will happen again. How Nvidia can help investors build wealth. The above math shows that Nvidia is unlikely to perform anywhere close to what it's done this past decade. However, that doesn't mean Nvidia can't contribute to your wealth building. Okay, great. Thank you. So here's the deal. Believe whatever you want to believe. I believe it can. I'm going to hang my hat on that it can do exactly what I think it can do. You got to hang your hat on what you think. You got to figure out in your wealth building process here what you think. I know what I think, and I love reading the good reviews, and I love reading the bad reviews, and I love reading the ones in the middle, because it just keeps my perspective crystal clear. It just keeps me on task. My goal is to get whatever I can out of this company, whatever they can deliver. Now, if it becomes a problem where they have business performance problems, then I'll parachute out of the stock. But you guys will know that because I'm gonna tell you, right? I'm gonna tell you when I'm parachuting out if they start having business problems. If they can't hit the revenue numbers, if they can't hit expectations, that's a problem. I can't have that much money in a company that can't deliver. So if they can't deliver, that's a problem. I'm bailing out, but you'll know that. I don't think that'll happen though, anytime soon. I really don't, because I think what's happening over in this AI revolution, there's going to be trillions and trillions of dollars over these next 3 to 5 years spent. And I think Nvidia has a good opportunity to capture quite a bit of that, right? I mean, if they can get to a $500 billion revenue company over the next 3 years, 5 years, stock price ain't got no other choice but to go up. It has to, right? Now, will it 100x itself? I don't know what, I'm not going to say what the company can't do. I think anything's possible in this life. Anything's possible. But again, guys, I don't need them to 100x themselves. Not for my scenario, I don't. I need a simple 10x. If I can get a simple 10x, if I can get the stock price to $1,000 a share over the next 5 years, I don't need a 100x. All I need is a 10x. Matter of fact, I'll take a 5x. A 5x will put the stock price at what? About $600 a share. From current level today. It'll put the stock price about $600 a share on a 5x. So a 5x is great. A 3x, the stock price can get to 250, guys. I make a cool $1.7 million. If the stock price can get to 250, I make a cool 1.7 million. I'll take that all day, every day for a couple of years worth of waiting. I don't know about you, but like I said, guys, figure out something so that you can get yourself in an independent status and get yourself out of this dependent status over in the matrix. You got to figure that out, right? And like I said, guys, don't forget about that wonderful offer from Moomoo. You get up to 20 free stocks when you open a new Moomoo brokerage account. Here are the qualifiers. When you open the new brokerage account, if you put $100 in, you qualify for 8 free stocks. 8. If you put $1,000 in the Moomoo brokerage account, when you open it, you qualify for 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies. I don't know what you're waiting on. Instant net worth, instant increase in your net worth, because those stocks are valued at something. They're giving them to you for free for trying out their brokerage app. So if you want to take advantage of that opportunity, guys, get down in the description box, click on the Moomoo link, open up your Moomoo account today. Get yourself 20 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. The only way you get the 20 free stocks, guys, is obviously you got to use my link down in the description box. You go somewhere else and use some other link, don't get it. You don't get it. So if you want to get that, go down to the description box and click on my link, my custom link. It will get you 20 free stocks when you put $1,000 in your Moomoo brokerage account up front, ASAP. Not 45 days from now and then email me, oh yeah, I opened mine back in July and it's September and you asking about some free stocks and you just made a deposit. You don't get none. You don't get nothing. Zilch. That's why when you open the account, be ready to fund it. Be ready to fund it. Like I said, $100 funded, you get 8 free stocks. Remember last month's promotion, well, 2 months ago, that promotion has been running for about a month and a half. You got the 5 free stocks and up to 15. Now they've upped the ante. You get 8 free stocks for a $100 deposit. You get 20 free stocks for a $1,000 deposit. Guys, I don't know how y'all turn that down. I don't care what economic stratosphere you're in. I don't know how you turn that down. I don't know how you turn down 20 free stocks just for trying out a world-class self-directed brokerage app that provides you fractional share trading. It provides you automatic investing. It provides you automatic reinvestment of your dividends. I don't know how you turn that down. I mean, you gotta go down in the description box and go get this free money, go get this free stock. And then for those of you guys who are not familiar with how to use these brokerage apps and you need some tutorials, you need a little bit of training, don't panic. All you got to do is when you open the account and you fund it, you want to send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. You want to just send me an email and just say, hey, Richard, I opened up that Moomoo account. I funded it. I need you to send me those tutorial videos so I can learn how to use it. And then I'll send those out to you ASAP. ASAP Rocky. I'll send them out to you ASAP Rocky. And then what I also do for some of you newer folks who don't really know what you're thinking about investing in, I can also send you my blueprints, my wealth transfer blueprints. 1.0, 2.0, which outlines everything that I'm buying. SPLG, FTEC, Mag 7, and Nvidia. I think that'll give you a good idea of what I'm doing. So that way, if you want to copy my plan, there's no law that says you can't. I've already explained to you that I'm not a financial advisor. I don't try to play one on YouTube. I'm very transparent. I tell you guys this all the time. I got no credentials. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But even despite all of that, I built wealth anyways. I've been doing this for 30 years, investing in the stock market through traditional investing, using paper assets to build my wealth. And I only buy big boy blue chip. Big boy blue chip. That's the basis of my portfolio, is big boy blue chip. That's all I buy. I don't do no options trading. I don't do no Forex trading. I don't do no day trading. I don't do no penny stock trading. I don't do no IPO trading. I don't do any of that stuff. I just do traditional big boy blue chip with a historical track record of multiplying money for people while they sleep. That's all I do. So if you want to join that plan and you want to get yourself immersed in that, take a look at these plans that I'm going to send you when you send me that email through my website. I'll send that out to you. And then at that point, you can make a decision on what you want to do. If you want to copy my plan or go create your own plan, you certainly can do that. Now, I'm not going to create the plan for you. You got to create it for yourself. I'm not going to create the plan for you. But now if you say, hey, I'm joining the private mentorship club because I want to be able to have a direct line to you, Richard, with my questions, because I got a lot of them, that's fine. I don't have a problem with people joining the private mentorship club and sending me questions through direct message, because that's the only place on the internet that I'm doing mentorship, right? I'm doing questions and answers and things like that. The people who have committed to my new financial community on Patreon are the people that I'm dedicated to when it comes to mentorship. The mentorship for everybody else is the YouTube videos that I do every day, sometimes twice a day. That's the mentorship for you, is the YouTube videos. All you got to do, listen to the YouTube videos, write stuff down, and execute. Now, if you want a direct line to me, you got to join the mentorship club. That's the way that works, right? Because my time is very limited too. I don't have all day to just, I got to pick and choose where I want to put my time. And my time is valuable, just like your time is valuable. I can never get back the hour that I just sat on this YouTube channel and did a live stream. I never get this hour and a half back. So I got to use it wisely. So anybody that's in the private mentorship club who has access to me, they've made a financial commitment to be in the private mentorship club. Albeit to me, a very small one, it's still a financial commitment. So that's where my first allegiance is to when it comes to my time. Whoever has made a commitment financially to be a part of something with me, that's where I spend my time. My time for everybody else is when I do these YouTube videos. It's packed full of information that you got to be patient enough to go through and then execute. The problem is most people don't have no patience. They don't want to sit through and watch a whole video. All they want is somebody to give them something and they can go about their business, but I can't help you with that, right? So if you want to join the private mentorship club, great. We would welcome you. Fastest growing community on Patreon. Well, financial community on Patreon. And we're loving it. We had like I said earlier, we had an hour and 45-minute Q&A last night on the private mentorship club, and had a lot of great questions and dived into a lot of different areas, not just stocks. We talked about real estate. We talked about side hustles. We talked about a lot of stuff, and I just gave people my 30 years of experience of doing all of that stuff. I've done all of that. I've done real estate investing. I've done stock market investing. I've built businesses. I've worked with business owners for over 25 years, helping them build their business through funding them through the banks that I worked for. I've also built side hustles from scratch, by myself, only using the internet as a resource tool. Built a 6-figure side hustle on my own. Didn't know anything about the side hustle. Just went on Google and researched it and built it from 0 to 6 figures. So I know how to do all of this stuff, guys. Here's my thing. You got to learn how to do some of this stuff as well. And if you want to go pay somebody $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to do it for you, it's your money. You do whatever you want to do. All I can tell you is it's all free on the internet. All you got to do is know how to go find it. And you can just do it yourself. Take your time, learn it, and execute. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fail at something. Just try something new. But I always have a problem with when people give people, oh, that's going to be my real estate mentor. Mentor you to do what? To do what? What is a real estate mentor going to do for you? I just never could understand the real estate. I'm going to pay somebody $3,500 to be my real estate mentor. What are they going to teach you that you can't just go to Zillow.com and learn if you're buying residential real estate? What are they going to teach you? You just can't go to Zillow or Redfin or Realtor. I mean, I'm just lost. I don't know what these people teach y'all for $3,500. What's involved in buying real estate? Get pre-approved. If you don't have the cash, you go get pre-approved from a bank first. Now you know your buying power. That's the first thing you do. You don't go out and pay $3,500 for a guru to help you get financing. Just go to your own bank. Go to your own bank and say, I want to buy a piece of real estate for income. It's going to be a single family. It's going to be a duplex. It's going to be a threeplex. It's going to be a fourplex. And I need to see what I can get approved for. That's all you got to do. I don't know why we need a guru to help us with that. Why do I need a real estate guru to help me with that? Just go to the bank and get qualified. If you can't get qualified, they'll tell you why. And then you just work on those things, pull them up, go back again. Once you get pre-qualified with your pre-qualification, now you know your purchasing power, then you pick up the phone and call your real estate agent. That's the expert, not the guru. You call a real estate agent that will work for you for free. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent, I just got my pre-approval from my bank for this duplex that I'm gonna be looking for, and I need some help. Here's the location that I wanna have it in. I also gotta get enough rental income to cover the expenses and the mortgage payment. And I need enough left over to put 10% in my pocket based on my cash I put in the deal. Can you help me with that? That's all you gotta do. Also, by the way, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent, does your firm also help with placing tenants in my new duplex? Oh yeah, Richard, we do that. We got an arm of our real estate firm that they handle all rentals. We'll charge you about $250 for each tenant that we place, but we'll qualify them. We'll do background check. We'll do employment verification. We'll do credit check, and you and I will sit down and look at that report and make a determination before we move forward with a tenant. Oh, great. Thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent. That'll be big help for me. That's it, guys. And then you put the dang on tenant in there and you're good. That's it. I'm going to pay somebody $3,500 for that? It's just ridiculous. But this is what we do because we want to collapse time frames, don't want to do the work. Listen, man, same thing in the stock market. I'm not sure why y'all out here paying these guys on YouTube. Oh, I'm going to give you my pick of the day. I'm going to give you my pick of the day. Oh, I'm going to give you my options trade of the day. Come on, man. Y'all know better than this. Just waste the money, in my opinion. But hey, man, that's just me. You guys do whatever you feel like you need to do. If you want to belong to some stock picking group, go ahead. I'd love to know what the real performance is on the portfolio of whoever they're giving to you. All of this stuff is free. All you got to do is find good blue chip big boy companies that have a proven historical track record of making money and get in and stay in until you get to wealth. That's all you got to do, in my opinion. I already told you what you got to do with real estate. Pretty simple. Just hire your real estate agent. That's the only professional you need. That's it. Oh, what if I buy a property and I want to rehab it? I mean, don't I need a professional mentor or a real estate guru mentor to help me learn the rehab game? No. So what are you going to do when you buy a property, guys? What's the first thing you need to be thinking about when you buy, when you're actually gotten your pre-approval, you've located the property? What's the next thing you want to do with that property before you even move forward on it? You want to do a home inspection. You want to do a building inspection. So if you're buying a 1 to 4 family residential property, it's a home inspection. A professional home inspector, it'll cost you $400 or $500, depending upon what part of the country you live in. They will come in independently and tell you everything that's wrong with that house or that property from a structural and a cosmetic standpoint. They will hand you a report, a complete report, guys. You're going to pay a guru $3,500 to do what? No, you can get a professional home inspection done. They give you a report. That report is going to tell you what's wrong with the property. Guess what I'm going to do with that report? I'm going to go back to the owner and say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Owner, I got this report done here, and I'm going to share it with you. I know you're asking X, but I'm going to have to put about $20,000 to $30,000 worth of work into this property to get it rentable. I need y'all to come down on your price a bit. They agree to it. We negotiate. They come down a little bit. I'm okay with that. Now what do? I go to me a reputable contractor. What's a reputable contractor? Somebody that actually has references. Somebody that I can actually go to their office, sit down, talk to them with some references. I can independently check the references. I can go to the Better Business Bureau, do a background check on the company through the Better Business Bureau, which is free. I can also, in each state, they have a registration of licensed contractors. In the state of Florida, I just go to the registry, type in the name of the contractor, and poof, it's going to bring a report up on them. Either they're licensed or they're not. If they're not licensed, it'll tell you that. If they're licensed, it will tell you any claims against them. See, that's all you got to do, guys. You don't need a guru to pay $3,500 to do that. So now I find me a good licensed contractor who's actually licensed by the state that they work in. They truly got a clean Better Business Bureau rating. right? I've taken some references for them and actually called these references and went to the place where these properties are that the references match up with. And I look at the properties and I look at their work and I settle on me a contractor. I tell this contractor, listen, Mr. or Mrs. Contractor, I need to get a fixed price contract. I don't want no shenanigans. You tell me what it's going to cost me to do this work, and we're going to sign a fixed price contract. That's it. If they don't want to do the fixed price contract, I'll find me another contractor, because that's going to protect you, right? Fixed price contract. Okay, how much is it going to cost me to do this work, or you to do this work for me? Well, Richard, it's going to probably be about 30 grand. Okay, great. Put that in the contract, fixed price, 30 grand. That's it. Sign the contract. I give them a deposit. I keep the rest. You don't get the rest until you finish the work. I don't give you $30,000 up front for you to start the work. No, I don't want no contractor like that. I want a contractor that has enough reserve cash and cash flow to be able to do a project and then get paid. If I got to pay you first before you do the project, you ain't the contractor for me. That's not how it works. When I was in banking, guys, for 25 years, lending money to people, we controlled the draws on any construction loans, not the contractor. And matter of fact, before we would release a draw payment to the contractor, we would send inspectors out there to make sure they did the work they said they did. Then we'd pay them. We would not approve a contractor for anything unless they had enough liquidity to do the work, and then for us to come out and inspect it, and then we would reimburse them. Those are the type of contractors you need to be working with, guys. Not these people who want you to give them all the money up front. It's ridiculous. That's what you got to know how to do. I don't think you need a guru for that. I don't think you got to pay somebody $3,500 to be your real estate mentor. But if you want to do that with your money, man, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just telling you guys, you can build wealth using side hustles, using real estate, using the stock market, using businesses yourself without all these gurus, without paying all these people all this money for nothing, for information that's right there on the internet. Just saying, man. All right, I'm out of here. I'll check you guys later on this afternoon. Let's do a little bit of temperature check on my favorite company in the whole wide world. Okay, they're still at 123.28. Again, I don't believe they take off, guys, until 7/31. 7/31, 2024. I think these people gonna start going to the moon. You're gonna start seeing that stock price creep up. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited about that. Hey guys, get out there and build you some wealth. Like I said, don't forget about the 20 free stocks by hitting the Moomoo link down in the description box. Only place on the internet you can get that opportunity is through my link, 20 free stocks. By signing up for Moomoo, you put $1,000 in that Moomoo brokerage account, they're gonna give you 20 free stocks. If you can only put the $100 in the brokerage account, you get 8 free stocks. So you get 8 free stocks with a $100 deposit that qualifies you. That $100 doesn't buy the stocks, guys. The stocks are free. You can then take your $100 and invest it any way you want to build wealth. The qualifier, so that they know you're serious about using their account to invest, is the $100. The qualifier, so that they know you're serious about investing, is the $1,000. You get the free stocks when you put in the money to invest. You automatically get the free stocks, right? So if you want to take advantage of that wonderful limited time offer, get down in the description box, click on that Moomoo link, open up that Moomoo account today, go get that free stock, go get that free money. And while you're at it, send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net, second link down in the description box, and let me know you've opened the Moomoo account. Let me know you funded the Moomoo account. And I'm gonna send you some tutorial videos that help you learn how to use the brokerage app. And I'm gonna send you my wealth transfer blueprint 1.0, 2.0 to walk you through all the investments that I'm buying that are big boy blue chip proven historical track record of multiplying money while I sleep. That's the best way to build wealth, man, while you sleep. While you sleep. I can be out taking a walk, I'm building wealth. I can be on the patio, I'm building wealth. I can be on an airplane going to a nice little trip, building wealth. I can be back there asleep, building wealth. That's the best way to build wealth, while you sleep. While you're out enjoying things that you really want to enjoy, you're building wealth. Don't miss this opportunity, guys, over this next 10 years to do that. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Get yourself down there and hit that Moo link. Get yourself over there to the website, grab them digital products, get yourself part of this fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Thank you so much for your time today. I'll see you guys back here this afternoon, probably about 6 p.m. Eastern time, just as a recap and wrap up from whatever has happened today in the world of paper assets, in the world of our economy. We'll be touching base with a wrap up live stream this afternoon. So I hope you guys can make it and be a part of that. That's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Appreciate y'all. Lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. Y'all know I super appreciate y'all. Y'all have been wonderful. Great today. Thank you so much for supporting me. And I look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy. Get wealthy. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.